Calaroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Here's one from the New York City that I grew up in. I love this one. The puddle around a leaky fire hydrant in New York City was converted into a makeshift goldfish pond. What'd you think I was going to say? Some residents want to make it permanent. The hydrant, located in Bed-Stuy in Brooklyn, has been dubbed the Bed-Stuy Goldfish Pond after a resident and his friends released goldfish into the puddle. Neighbor Ken said, everybody takes a turn. Did you feed the fish? Did you check on the fish? The Department of Environmental Protection has repeatedly shut off the hydrant, but the locals keep reopening it to make sure the fish don't lose their home. I'm not sure this is the best long-term solution for the fish. I kind of like the idea, but, as the DEP points out, there are real safety concerns with damaged or leaking hydrants. It can impact the availability of water for fire emergencies, and it can impact water pressure and cause supply issues for the neighborhood. We love goldfish, but we know there's a better home for them than on a sidewalk. I can't argue with that. Fish-loving neighbors have started a GoFundMe to raise money to give the goldfish a permanent outdoor home in the neighborhood. Gotta love this guy. He has hooked up 444 video game consoles to a single TV. He's got a good switcher, I guess. Ibrahim says he uses an Excel spreadsheet to keep track of which switch boxes and converters he needs to turn on to play each console. The 444 consoles are hooked up to 30 RCA switchers, more than 12 HDMI switchers, and various other modes of connection. Ibrahim says, after a while, I noticed I had a big stack of gaming consoles that I couldn't play. The TV ports are limited, and if I wanted to play, I could either unplug the existing console or I could keep everything and add more switchers and more converters. By adding more switchers, the idea came to my mind to connect all of the gaming consoles and then contact the Guinness World Records. He does point out a very important thing. If you notice, the cables are almost all hidden. Some of these systems include a Magnavox Odyssey. That's even before my time. An Xbox 360, a Nintendo Switch, a Wii U, and even some extremely rare consoles like the Super A-Can. I've never heard of that one, and I'm pretty deep into classic video games. He says for him, the best gaming console of all time, number one always forever, Sega Genesis. Nick Hartman is a single dad and a 3D printing hobbyist. He has created the 3D toy shop Teddy Hospital. We make toys that don't exist, like little pacemakers and little tracheotomies for children who are going through the hardest time so that they can have a friend like them. Parents who are interested in getting a teddy or doll for their children can request one through a form on his website. Folks can even donate to an ongoing fundraiser to help sponsor the special toys. The specialty teddy bears include some with insulin pumps, foot splints, and even a mini dialysis machine that has helped a young girl better understand her dad's condition. Hardman says, I didn't know people needed toys like this, so I can make toys that don't exist. I can make a 3D model, I can 3D print it, and they seem to really help people. Good news if you are experiencing male pattern baldness. There are currently 2 FDA-approved drugs. There might be a third coming. A naturally occurring ribose sugar has already been used to successfully stimulate hair growth in mice. A lot of mice walking around with male pattern baldness. You don't notice it. Yeah, mice suffer from this. Scientists say the promising discovery offers hope in the search for a cure for male pattern baldness. That is not easy to say. That was take 6. I edited out the rest. Male pattern baldness. I think I have to stop swallowing my T's like the New Yorker and say pattern, not pattern. The scientists found applying a small dose of the sugar helped to form new blood vessels, which led to hair regrowth. And if you're a middle-aged mouse looking to hook up with the ladies, hey. All right, we've heard from the utility company. We know why the power outage that affected 11,700 of us has happened. This was in Virginia. It was caused by a snake. Crews discovered a snake had slithered into a high voltage area and came into contact with a transformer. Electricity was restored to all customers after about an hour and a half. The type of snake responsible for the outage was not identified, and what this story does not tell me that I'm curious about, what happened to the snake? I'll repeat, it slithered into a high voltage area and came into contact with a transformer. That probably didn't go well, did it? And those are your 5 good news stories for today. Better news for the mice than the snakes. If you like the show, tell a friend about it. They might like it too. If you would like the program commercial free, there's a link in the show notes. And for $5 a month, you get this one and a bunch of others without ads. You have an awesome day.